there's a clip circulating, but it's not a clip of me addressing the Prime Minister with any expletive. It's a clip cut. If anybody with even one brain cell looks at that clip, they'll see that it was cut just in front of the expletive. So it doesn't allow space for an entire sentence, which that was taken from a paragraph.
Right.
It doesn't give any space for context.
Right.
And then after that, further down in the video, that's when I addressed the Prime Minister and I said, you said we're not friends anymore, but I'm going to show you that I am your best friend because I will always tell you the truth. And I went ahead and told him the truth. I said, you can't just tell people to stay inside without preamble. You can't tell people to go inside and lock up if they don't have no food or any insight.
Right.
So we need a conversation that begins long before stay inside.
Yeah.
And
Wagwan again, me opinionated people. So people, that right there is the voice of Tanya Stevens, and she is speaking with radio personality Nikki Z. And Tanya Stevens is explaining that, listen, that video that you see circulating around on social media that she is still getting bashed for and trolled in her DMs every day and even getting some serious threats, right, is a spliced video where the person chose to cut out a piece of it and leave off the part that would actually formulate a sentence and cut off all of the context and all of that just to make it seem as if she was aiming these explicits towards the Prime Minister of Jamaica, Mr. Andrew Holness. Well, Tanya Stevens is clarifying that and explaining that, listen, that is not how it went, right? Now, Tanya Stevens also spoke out again recently, and she is explaining to that particular vlogger that, hey, what you are doing, you can get sued for it because that is defamation of character. Now, she didn't say that she is going to sue this vlogger. What she is actually saying is that she wants this vlogger to understand the seriousness of the things that you are doing, because at the end of the day, you can actually get in trouble for it, right? So she has said she wants the vlogger to understand what is defamation of character and the things that you do that could lead up to defamation of character. So let's take a listen to what Tanya Stevens was saying to this vlogger right here.
Good morning. Today I want to invite us to check out the acts in our law which pertain to defamation of character, the Defamation Act, and I want you to read it with this scenario in mind. I say, how can you simply tell me to go on my yard and turn on my yard? If you tell me to turn on my yard and I have no yard, I have no kitchen, I have no fridge, I have no cupboard, I have no food in my yard, I am going to tell you to suck your mother. And you cut the footage immediately at suck your mother, eliminating what preceded it, which gave it context. And then you proceed to distribute that with a new heading. You've changed the content, you've changed the context, and now you give it a new heading that says, I am telling a specific person, and you name the person to suck their mother. You've changed the content, you've changed the context, and you've actually labeled it something entirely different. I want those people who call themselves bloggers to check that out, because I'm not in a playing mode. You're not affecting me personally, but you're affecting our landscape and you're setting precedents. You are creating an environment within which those coming up after you will look at you as an example of what to be. This is not acceptable. I am still being bombarded by labels of cokehead, crackhead, and all kinds of things as a direct result of the original blogger's action. Now I know that you guys are trying to boss by busting the place. But what you do, although maybe intended for entertainment purpose, although maybe done in humor, is a real action you've done. And I want you to look at that. Now, when I put out this video, a lot of people are going to say a lot of shit, but you who did this action can't afford to be distracted by them. What you have done is punishable by law. So I want you to go look at that, because the evidence is clear and time has not run out for me to come after you. So I urge you to go back and look at what you've done. Your defense against a defamation suit would be truth, and truth is not on your side. Truth would have to be evidenced in the entire clip that you cut. You'd have to present the entire video in its full form. And that video would have to show that your label is correct, and you know it is not. So I'm urging you guys to blog, or whatever you call it, more responsibly. There are enough jokes about me too. And I'll give you some jokes about me. I really don't give a... I like to see people laughing. But when you get to the part where you start to normalize bullying, no, you can't bully me. And your followers can't bully me. But you can bully other people. And you can make other people's lives uncomfortable. You can get other people fired from them job. You can get me fired. But you can affect the lives of others negatively. And you guys often do. Stuff like this should not be taken lightly. And what you have done is wrong. Let's not get it twisted. What you have done is wrong by law. You have manipulated a video. You've manipulated statements. You cut and deliberately mislabeled statements which were very clear in their entirety. And by doing so, you misled a lot of people. And you set a precedent. It's already been done. But in each action, we set another precedent. Some of your followers have only been exposed to stuff like this for the first time. And you have put down a piece of electronic work which really has no expiry. It has no expiration. It has no expiry date. It can sit there forever. What you have created, because you created something, you did not share something. You created something new, which had an entirely different meaning from its origins. I urge you to go sit and check out the acts in our law pertaining to defamation. I have no problem with any of the jokes circulating. I love comedy. If they're funny, I like them too. If they're not funny, it's like, you're not funny. But when you're deliberately malicious, especially in a country of such, let me call it attedness, where you make people feel like them and me in a war, even though me and them not engaged at all, you have created a piece of work which has inspired aggression aimed towards me, which I sat and watched it run for days, so that there's a good enough accumulation of material out there, all aimed at me, aggressively, some even violently. And I do not have to prove harm. I only need to prove your action. And you have proven it for me. Go check out the acts in our law pertaining to defamation. And think about the label on your article. Think about it.
Now, truth be told, this is something that some vloggers do for real. Then we listen to somebody speak and then we pick out something what the person say and then recycle it, different from what the person actually is saying, just to, for the shock value of the whole conversation, right? Now, it is something I've seen done on a regular basis. We all know the vloggers who do these things. We're not even have to call them name. You understand? But it is something that happens for real. And what Tanya is actually saying right here is actually factual. If you are saying somebody is saying something that they didn't say, and you can't prove it, because listen, first of all, you cannot sue a person for defamation of character if what the person is saying about you is true, But if what you are saying about the person is not true and it's all lies and you can't prove it, then you don't have a case in court. You understand? So what Tanya is saying is actually factual. Unless this vlogger can prove that, hey, she was actually talking about the Prime Minister, unless this vlogger can present the video in its entirety and prove, say, hey, what she is saying about, the explicit was based on what she was saying before the clip got cut, right? She actually can sue this person. But Tanya doesn't sound as if she is going to sue anybody. She merely just sounds like she wants to address the thing. But the whole sad point of this thing is, it's just sad for no say Tanya Stevens is actually getting a lot of threats and people are style her and a disrespect her in her inbox, which it should have never reached this. And that is something I said yesterday before I even saw this video from Tanya. You understand? But people, you don't know the thing, go talk to me down in the comment section. Let me know your views on this situation. Your opinion always matters.
Whoa, unstoppable you, unstoppable you, unstoppable you.